Hello there ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the series Plastic to Gold episode 6. In the last episode, we managed to rob El Rubio on his private island in Cayo Perico. After that heist, we accumulated around 2.5 million. In this episode however, the total that I have currently is 3.5 million and I will show you how I get an additional 1 million, and I'm telling you it's not from Cayo Perico heist. I get my money doing mundane stuff like junk energy time trials and raiding stash houses, and also work with Martin Madrazo since we worked with his son on the previous episode, and I think it's fitting that we work with Martin as well. Now working with Martin is not making me a ton of money, but it was fun nonetheless. Since working with Martin Madrazo didn't pay that well, the majority of the money comes from the Fullergan's job. I thought I was done working with Dex, but since I did not want to abuse Cayo Perico, so I did an additional 10 Fullergan's job to earn another $500,000. But the reason I grind extra 1 million is that I have a great idea for a video, and I thought I would use this idea on this episode, which involves around Dominator GTT. I hope you can stay tuned to find out. But Rockstar dropped a good double money week during the time of recording and I couldn't resist, so I had to take advantage of that. It was the 30% discount on Autoshop and double money on Autoshop roberries. I buy the Burton's Autoshop because that's the one I bought on my main account and I am comfortable having my Autoshop there. The original price was 1.8 million, but after discount it was 1.2 million. I did not buy any upgrades, though a personal quarter seems nice, but I skip it for now. Let's make the purchase of $1,281,000, and with that, the Autoshop is ours. Upon entering, we were greeted with GTA Public Enemy, KDJ and Sasanta. And of course, have to endure the cutscene. We were asked to go to the police station to retrieve Sasanta's car before we could begin the Autoshop robberies. Of course, working with KDJ and Sasanta will drive me crazy, so I get a little crazy with this stone hatchet. Once I take out enough policemen, I need to lose the cops and head back to the auto shop. Upon returning, we are invited by Sasanta to eat some sugar. She said I might need some glucose from the hard work that I put to retrieve her car. Right before I put some on my mouth, KDJ stopped me and says, "Hey, let's make some lemonade using the sugar instead." And I said, good idea, KDJ. For the auto shop business, there are a few ways to make money, but the meat and potatoes of this business is the board here, where you can launch the auto shop robberies. There will be 3 robberies to choose from, and the best one is the Union Depository because it pays the best. The mission will rotate either daily or after you complete a robbery, or if you cancel the mission by calling Sasanta. I'm going to choose the ECU job. It is my favorite because of 3 reasons. Number 1, because the setup is easy. Number 2, the heist is fun and I can complete it quickly. Number 3, we are taking money from KDJ and Sasanta and not giving them money, which means that for this heist, KDJ and Sasanta will not take any cut. The robbery in the auto shop are like mini heists where there is 2 setup missions and then the heist, which only unlocks after completing the setup missions. The first setup mission, we need to go to Elysian Island to take a picture of a document and steal a cutting saw. It's up to you how you want to approach this, but for me, I like to doing it stealth to save lives, which means that I do not want to kill anybody during the setup. If you want to do it stealthily, you need to collect the dog's outfit, just sneak into the boat and take a picture of this paper. Once you take this picture, just sneak past the guards and proceed towards the back of the boat to steal a cutting saw. After that, just go back to the auto shop and mission pass. On to the second setup. The second setup is very simple. We need to take a picture of a train that we are going to steal later and the train's brake cylinder. Then we need to take the train schedule. Don't bother doing it stealth, just shoot the guards, take the schedule and mission pass. With the second setup complete, it's time for the heist. You can do this solo, but I prefer to invite randoms. Not that I need help with the heist, it's just that for a random player who are helping me with the heist, they will receive 100 grand because of the double money. It's easy money and I don't mind carrying anybody, especially low level players. Now for the weapon loadout, I'm going to choose the Hustler loadout. I know that the Sharpshooter is a meta since that loadout has sticky bombs, but trust me, the Hustler loadout is better if you have the skill with the pipe bomb. So I got level 12 joining me, so let's start the heist. Okay, for this heist, all we need to do is just to drive to the yellow marker and wait for the train. I tried something stupid, tried to blow the brake cylinder by throwing the pipe bomb here, and it failed miserably. So now I need to destroy this chopper. I believe it was the Annihilator chopper, but it was a cheap version, meaning we can blow it up by shooting it with this assault rifle. My teammate died, it's okay, I was planning to carry anyway, but if I die, we need to restart the heist again. Once the chopper down, I hop back to my car and chase that train again. So let's try to damage the brake cylinder by throwing the pipe bombs at the brakes. Try to estimate the explosion, but if you miss your shot, then it's okay, just shoot the brakes in the traditional style. So once the train stops, we need to find the ECU, so Santa will send us a text to tell us which is the cargo we need to cut open. Rockstar put an Easter egg in this mission. You can find a little egg on one of these cargo, but I'm not going to bother looking for that. This is one of the main reasons I chose the Hustler over the Sharpshooter. It's easy to take down enemy chopper, at the same time it's easy to take down enemy on foot. So once I locate the last container, I take the ECU. I took my teammate's car because he died the second time, and drive back to Los Santos to meet up with KDJ and receive my payment. With that, we received 344,000 coming out from KDJ and Santa's pocket, and since this was their job, there were no KDJ and Santa cuts. So we also received a first time bonus for completing the ECU job for the first time. I tried to do the second heist, and since the Union Depository wasn't available, I decided that I'll do the ECU job again because it felt so good to take KDJ and Santa money. I mentioned this before, you can actually cancel a job only after you complete the heist for the first time, and once you cancel a job, the board will reset and you have a new list of heists. All joke aside, I choose to play this heist again because 340,000 is a good money for this short heist. I still choose the Hustler again, just trust me on this, okay? Still chose to do this heist with a random player, and the random player is level 21 this time. With that, the heist is complete and another 344,000 paycheck is coming out from KDJ and Santa's pocket. On to my third heist of the day, still no Union Depository, so I'm going to select the bank contract. This heist is so over the top in my opinion and so unrealistic even by GTA standard. The first setup is to retrieve the thermocharger. I forgot to bring my Duke of Death. The reason being is that there is no need to kill anybody. The cops are busy fighting the gangs here. Just pick up the charger and bring it back to the Autoshop. I did die here, so that's why it might be a good idea to bring the Duke of Death. First setup done. Now for the second setup. You can technically skip the setup. How to do that is when the mission started, just switch lobby and the game treats you as you did not do the setup on time. However, I am going to invite another random yet again, so I'm going to do this setup. Plus, this setup is not that difficult. If we complete it, the police won't bother us for a brief moment. All we need to do is to go to this area to pick up the signal jammer. Once that's done, the timer will kick in. So essentially, we need to place the jammer before the time runs out. However, I am not going to place the jammer on all the banks. I'm going to place this marker just on these 4 banks. I've done this frequently on my main account, and placing 4 jammer is sufficient for the finale. The camera in this area is very forgiving. You don't have to worry about the camera spotting you. You just have to make sure that the camera doesn't see you when you place the jammer. After placing the jammers on 4 banks, there should be plenty of time remaining. What I like to do during this time is to stock up on armor and wait until the times expire at the front of the auto shop. Setup is complete. Now it's time for the heist. I am in the public lobby, and again I am going to invite randoms to join in. For this heist, the weapon loadout is the hustler as well. I got level 60 joining me, and he brings his own cipher to this heist. I had high hopes at first, but for some reason a lot of people are clueless on what to do in this heist. Almost kind of obvious, but all we need to do is to steal some money from these banks. If you do the second setup, a timer will kick in once you melt the vault's gate. During that time, the cop won't bother us, so we can grab this cash and walk out. My teammate is here, so he has no idea what to do on this heist. It's fine. My intention was to carry this heist anyway, so that my teammate can enjoy the $100,000. Normally, once you reach the second bank, the timer will expire regardless whether you manage to put all 6 of the jammer or just put 4 like I did. On my way to the third bank, I noticed my teammate managed to rob a bank, so maybe he is catching on. By the time we reach the third bank, the time will expire, so we need to park the car beside the door so we can get some cover and pop back in the car quickly after grabbing the cash. I'm done with my third bank, and I can see my teammate is headed towards a bank near Chumash. Normally, I don't trust random on this heist, but here I'm going to take my chances and head to the last bank. After robbing the last bank, I quickly get into my car and need to lose the cop to proceed to meet the buyer. Luckily, my teammate pulls through, so I don't need to drive all the way to Chumash just to rob a bank. So another 320,000 in our pocket after paying KDJ and 60 cuts. We now have almost $3.5 million. I wanted to do another heist. This will be my final heist of the day. Let's see what we have here. So we have the bank contract, the agency, and by now you guys trust me, right? This time I got a high level player, so maybe it will make this heist easy. Now this high level knows what's up. He uses the pipe bomb to blow up the cylinder. Maybe this is a new strat. But he opened a wrong container, so maybe he doesn't know this part of the heist. But it's not a big deal. I cannot get it, my guy. And just like that, another $344,000. So the total that we have is $3.8 million. So that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. I can make a lot more during this week, but I played this mission on Wednesday that week. So the day after this playthrough, the new week cycle will reset. I could have made 5 million easy during this week, but hey, it is what it is. Thank you for watching until the end, and take care everybody. Peace.